What's good, Flex Nation? It's your boy Curtis, aka Flex. Now, you are hitting for another good one tonight. This is actually going to be a very interesting topic. I'll get into the topic as soon as I get into it. But today, we're actually starting up our What's Up Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, November the 17th. I'm saying welcome, and hopefully, everybody has had a good week so far. Like I said, for me myself, I always consider myself having a good week, and right now is no less than any other time before. That being said, like I said, What's Up Wednesdays where we come in, we say what's up. Sometimes we have a topic. Usually we try to have a topic every week. I've been trying to put it in my community section. If you don't know where the community section is, make sure you go to my profile of my channel, go into the community tab, and you guys will normally, I'll try to put it as early as I possibly can and put a topic on whatever the topic I would set up for next week. And actually, I put one up, and dating and relationships is the one that you guys chose to do this week. So dating and relationships will be the topic of this week. Uh, like I said, it's What's Up Wednesday. Hopefully, you guys are having a good time. I would like to remind you guys, if you haven't already, check out the description of the this video after it's finished and done, where I actually put a donation thing for November for the whole mustache thing, as you get over the prostate situation that for men, and just pretty much prostate awareness is in the month of November, and we have the mustache and everything that's representing that to hopefully raise some kind of money to help towards the research, and more awareness is brought on. As you know, after getting a certain age, checking your prostate should be a regular thing, a regular part of your checkup and your physical. I try to have a physical every year. That is not part of it yet, but as soon as I hit 40, which is not too far in the near future, I'm gonna be having that being checked on a yearly basis as well. So, like I said, make sure you check out the description of the video or this live stream, and you'll get the link to my thing. I'm trying to only raise about $50 this year. This is my first year trying to do this, so hopefully, somebody could help out, and we could raise some money to go towards the research, and make the awareness more known for all the gentlemen out there. We have Cancer Month, and like I said, I'm doing a little something for the fellas, and doing a nice little small token of something that I'm trying to do for all the men that need to be more aware of their prostate and the things that could possibly happen if you don't pay attention to that. That being said, I want to say an extra early happy birthday to my son. He's going to actually be turning 5 tomorrow. So if he's watching, happy birthday, buddy. And I hope that you enjoy your day tomorrow. Anyways, like I said, we are going to be talking about dating and relationships. As you guys come in, hopefully you will have a little something that you want to throw into it. I'm going to try to go off of whatever I can as well. And hopefully we can have a nice conversation. I want you actually to also take a look at my TikTok. My TikTok's Flexbullet Curtis. Check it out. If you guys don't know already, my name is Curtis. So Flexbullet Curtis. Put it together. That's my TikTok. Actually, check me out on Flexy84 on Twitter, and check me out as well on Instagram at JustFlexBullet. That being said, got all the socials out, got all the donation part out of it. Like I said, tonight's topic is dating and relationships. Uh, as you know, that is one of the hardest things, even especially right now in this pandemic times. I could imagine anybody that is single right now is not having the easiest time going on dates. You have bars that are on lockdown, things that are on lockdown, amongst other things. You know, personal fear. Some people don't want to date somebody that's not vaccinated. That whole vaccination yada 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 issue, amongst other things. So I can imagine dating is not the easiest thing right now. I'm sure. I don't know if you guys remember, but here in Canada, we have, just like everywhere, has advisors for what they should and shouldn't do for dealing with this pandemic. And I remember one of the funniest things that the health advisor, said was to if you're going to engage in sexual intercourse, uh, not only use a condom, but to wear a mask at the same time. And I found that to be one of the funniest things in the world, to imagine, getting intimate. You're already wearing a condom, which is, obvious safe practice and having engaging in that in that, but to wear a mask on top of it is just as much as we are trying to adjust to wearing masks as a whole. To do that while getting intimate, funny thing. I don't see that really happening. I don't think that even did happen. But again, for the unknown that was happening in the beginning of this whole pandemic, it was kind of funny to hear them advising people to wear a mask while, you know, getting down. Anyways, that being said, I would love to have anybody that's in here. I see that there's at least two people. I will say welcome. Hopefully, you will see the well, yes, there it is basically a covering for bottom and top. Thank you, Jennifer, for throwing that one in there. But like I said, I'm leaving the floor open for anybody that wants to discuss anything. If you have any questions, throw it out there. I'll talk upon them. But yeah, it was very interesting hearing, that being said in the beginning of the pandemic. And I'm hoping that, we can have a real good conversation. I hope more people will come in, throw in their 2 cents. We could have a, pretty decent conversation on what your version of dating is, the ups and downs. One thing I found funny is, I've seen many people, and not just in the past, in the future, whatever the case might be. I've seen somebody say, had a relationship broken up, had another relationship broken up, had another relationship broken up, and say you've gone through about 3 or 4 relationships to the point of even getting married. Okay. Now I find it funny that somebody will go through 2, 3, 4 relationships and say that you can't find the right one. Now, yes, sometimes you will have that time where you might not be able to find, the person that works out best for you. But at the same time, they will blame the other person for why the relationship don't work. Now, let's try to do break that down a little bit. You've gone through 4 to 5, maybe even more relationships, and you found out that, hey, uh, all these people are not working, and actually they have to work with you. Like I said, I'll break it down like this. Good chance. It is probably you that has the problem. I wouldn't always consider it being the person that got into the relationship with you having a problem. If you, and this is where I'll go further into that in a second, but if you are going into a different relationship over and over and over and over again, looking for a certain thing, either your expectations are a little too high, or what you're getting is a little too low. It's either one of those two things. Or on the opposite end, say if you went into the relationship doing the same things over and over and over and over again, and say the person told you that this is what contributed into them breaking up with you or cheating on you or whatever the case might be, and you still keep doing the same things again. This is not the person that you're getting with. This is a person. This is something that's upon you that is at fault for that stuff happening. And that is where you'll see, this is where I find a problem, especially if you're a couple that go into having children. Now you go into children, you have experience with, say you have 2 baby fathers. We'll say baby fathers, yeah, because that's how we talk. You have 2 baby fathers. You have experienced certain things with both of these gentlemen. Again, if you have 2 baby fathers, you're going into maybe your third, maybe fourth baby father, and you start to see the same thing again. It's either something that they did not possibly see in you that is not forthright or just doesn't seem right as you in your parenting skills, your parenting ideas, and something that they should have seen before they had kids with you. But sometimes, I think that as we are here blaming the other person, we actually got to look on ourselves to see what we are doing wrong to make that other person say leave or cheat or any of the above. It's something that we all, uh, as a we all don't take responsibilities for our own actions. Like I said, if you're a person that's a cheater, for example, and you cheat and you cheat and you got dumped and whatever the case might be, you can't blame the other person for why you cheated. Now, granted, I'll put this part here. If you are noticing that these are the things that trigger or that you don't like is the reason why you actually are leaving, then what about the men who have multiple baby mamas? Well, there is a great question or a great point. Now, for the men that have different baby mamas, again, if you are a female, okay, and you're a female that noticed that this man has multiple baby mamas, you'll have, I'll say, you'll have one that will probably speak ill on that man. That man's probably not the best of men. He's probably a player and whatever. And fault to the lady for meeting that man, and he's a player. Unfortunate that that didn't work out. Go on to the next one. You go on to the next one, and you say you experience great man, has great knowledge, great personality, and you see that he, as a person, before you even having a child with this person, you notice that he does not try to work with the at first baby mom, the person that you were trying to get with before, and notice that they are not the best of persons, and they can't. You could tell as an outsider, as to say that female that's meeting a man with that has this problem, and you say you meet the man and he's trying to date the next girl, and you could tell that how much she's actually trying to be forthright with the child, and he's not doing anything with the child. He's not trying to reach out to the child. He's not trying to do anything for a child. For a person that's getting into the relationship with this person, you can't see that this man is not really trying to. Again, it's not about the woman that they're going with. It's the child that they had the child with. And you go to sleep with this man, and you expect something to be different. First child, that's a 50-50, playing. That is something that some people could deal with. Some people can't. Now you go and say that person has one child, but one person has another child with another person, and so on and so forth. By say child number three, but I will even say child number two. If you can't tell by child number two that this man is not putting any effort into any of these children, there's a problem with this guy. Again, some ladies can't pick up on these things, but there's a problem with this guy. Say you go on to three. Now, on the flip side, actually, let me pull back. On the flip side, if this man is actually trying, he's trying to fix things with first child, second child, whatever, then you potentially could say that, hey, it's probably not him. It's probably the people that he was with, or the women that he had these children with, that is probably where, just clashed and just didn't work out that way. But again, within these little things, you could tell the big picture of where exactly everything really went wrong in that. Now, going into the third kid, again, I really, even me personally, know of people that's had multiple kids with multiple people. By three, four, and five, if you can't tell that this person is good or not good, that's your own fault. I feel no remorse for any female that went into a man like that, especially, and going back the other way, let's throw it into, say, a lady. If a lady has three, four, five kids with three, four, five, six, or can't say six, but say you have five different baby fathers, it is more than likely that you are the problem. You are the problem, and if you still want to put blame on the other, on men and whatever the case might be, then again, you are the problem. It's what's going on, brother. Salut or Safu or Sifu. You can tell me the pronunciation, but what's going on? Hope you're having a good time. Hopefully you're enjoying this dating and relationship thing going on here. I'm trying to really drop some insight, drop some bombs on some people that might not know what is going on in, I won't say what's good in the hood, but what's going on out there. And like I said, for going back into the topic, if you're going into multiple spots of different people over and over and over again, you can't tell that there is a problem in not just the person that may say you may be going with, but you yourself. Then again, I consider you be yourself being the problem, and more people need to touch up on it, or at least clue you in that you are at fault. You need to figure it out. Anyways, hopefully everybody is having a good time. Like I said, if you're checking out this video, Afterwards, I'll have no problem answering or talking about things in the comment section. Like I said, the comment section is always in the bottom of the video. Make sure you check out the whole Movember thing. Always trying to support prostate awareness. We're always trying to help people and try to get better. I'm trying to raise about $50. Again, going back into what I said in the beginning of this video, but like I said, try to help people get more awareness on the whole thing of prostate. A lot of men are not paying attention to these things and really should be doing a lot more to, be healthy. Whether, we all have this manly stigma of having things, I won't say things, but a finger being stuck up your butt to check your prostate. But again, if this is between you and your safety and your life, stick away. I'm not saying I'm the biggest person advocate for, butt stuff. But again, if it's gonna check your prostate and it's gonna bring you more awareness and let you know what potentially could be wrong, go and get it checked and go get it done. Like I said, I'm gonna be taking donations. Hopefully, I believe until the end of November to support prostate awareness. So again, make sure you check out the comment section, or not the comment section, the description bar of the video itself, and hopefully we could raise some kind of money. Like I said, I'm trying to go for $50. This is my first time this year trying to do it. My girlfriend contributed, and hopefully anybody else that wants to help will go there and contribute. Like I said, today's topic is dating and relationships. If you have any questions, you have anything you want to say, anything funny or things that you've experienced in dating, let me know in the chat part, or again, let me know in the comment section if you're watching this afterwards. I'd love to have a conversation. I'm going to be here for another, say, 13 to 14 minutes or half an hour if it lasts as long as half an hour. Right now we're only 17 minutes in, but like I said, I'll stay here for an hour if the conversation is good. I'll stay here for another 13 minutes if the conversation is not going that well, but I will make sure that I stay on here for enough time that we could all have our say in this topic. Like I said, it's today is the 17th of November. Like I said, my Wednesday's going good. My week has been good, and we're going over that hump of Hump Day Wednesday. So, like I said, I'm here to say what's up. Our topic today is dating and relationships. If you're in a relationship, how is your relationship going? I'd love to know. Like I said, let me know in the chat bar or let me know in the comment section. If you're watching this afterwards, I'd love to have a conversation and know what's going on. Troy, what's going on, my brother? It's good to see you. I've always loved seeing you come and pop in, whether it be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 1,000 minutes. I love seeing you here. Good to see you, brother. Apparently, Jennifer wants to know how to get the ring. Well, that is a tough question, but I'll give you an answer for that question. If you want to get a ring, you do all the things that is blatantly possible to make sure that your gentleman or man is happy. Now, nobody's saying that you should become a slave because we ain't trying to, especially me as a man, I ain't even getting into the topic of slavery. But you try to do, let's say we go up and above the necessary to make sure that that person knows that, hey, you don't need to slap him in the face with the information that you are looking for the ring, or Beyonce, whatever. But you kind of try to put it out there that this is exactly what you are looking for. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to do it, and yada yada yada. Unfortunately, in when it comes to marriage, it's a lot different for a man because it's actually the man that has to make that next step. It's it could be the man that wants to do it, and then a woman might not even be interested at all. It's kind of like it's the man that has to make that step. So if just like on the flip side of it's the women that pretty much engages getting busy. So if for example, if you're trying to get busy, a man could say, we want to get busy, a woman could say, hell no, and that's it. But if a woman says that she wants to get busy, the man's gonna say 9 out of 10 times, the man's gonna say, yeah, let's get busy. Because again, that we already know through biology, through all type of things, we know that men want to get it in. Let's just say it like that. So if your wife is gonna engage, wants to engage in that, a man 9 times out of 10, unless they're really not attracted to your wife, and if you're not attracted to your wife, why are you with that person? That goes back into a whole bunch of other things. I don't understand how, you know, unless you're blatantly tired. Let's just say that blatantly tired. I don't understand how a, any of whether it be a man or woman not want to engage in naughty stuff with your partner. Again, if you don't like that person, why the hell you with them? It's time to hit the curbs and go on to the next person. But we'll leave that alone. But going back to your question, Jennifer, the only way, and I'll say only way, to try to get that ring is to put out as much effort as possible until you're blue in the face tired. And that's my suggestion for that. You never had any relation or had any good relationship experience. I'd love to dive into that. What kind of relationship experiences have you had, Troy? And what have and the thing is, in any type of dating relationship experiences, what have you learned from them? Because for even for me myself, I have had a very, and I'll say very broad experience of bad relationship, and I'll say relationship as in one. Not that I've only had one, but one very bad one, and many other little ones here and there. And from all of my experiences, you'll kind of take bits and pieces of your experiences and kind of put together what exactly. And that's the thing about dating as a whole is that for dating, the purpose, or for my understanding, and again, this is my opinion, take it for what it is. For my understanding, the purpose of dating is to find the one, right? The one that you want to marry, the one that you want to be in a relationship, the one you want to, spend the rest of your life with. That's the purpose of marrying somebody is to a lifelong commitment to stay with them forever and ever, right? I'm sure that whoever's watching this will totally agree with that. The point of dating right now, or in the face of dating, is you are going to date for say a man, Shelly, Sheila, Jackie, whatever their names are. Okay. Now, what should is again the purpose of dating is to see what you've spent from Sheila, you see what you experienced from Jackie, you see what you experienced from the other name that I mentioned, and you take all of those things and kind of grow your own in your head person that you're looking for. And then when you get say the next person and you have all those things that you've experienced, you kind of if you get to see that next person that has checked like you check the boxes on all the things that you're looking for, boom, that is the relationship that you should be going for. Because again, the purpose of dating is not just a date, get it in and go out. Again, we're not talking about a one night stand, we're talking about the actual dating. See the things that you don't like, whether they snore or whether they have whatever the case might be. Purpose of dating is to actually get to know a person, see what things you like, what qualities, there's the word I'm looking for, what qualities that these people have, take the qualities, and then move into what exactly you're trying to get into. So I put too much effort into the girl and she didn't like me that much. I text her every day. All right, that's granted. Now, did you live near this lady there, Troy, or like what was the relationship like? Was it more through text? Was it more close grip where you saw each other every day? What did that person even tell you? What exactly? Because again, this going back into what like I said, you like to know what you might have or might not have done wrong in the relationship. And I do just like Jennifer saying, it's unfortunate that the flip side of not having a relationship that works out well is that you have to basically again not have the closure and not know. So I'm asking you, do you know or did they tell or whoever tell you exactly what was the thing that made it not work out? But again, the purpose of again dating is that you try say you dated this girl, you got to kind of get where to know where something might have went wrong or went right in that relationship. We were co-workers at Walmart. I went to her apartment a few times for a couple of months. She hurt me. I cared about her. That's the hardest part again of dating is that you get to know a person, not just as you're saying here as co-workers, but you get to know them on a personal basis. And you know did you it the one thing I would suggest, and especially on all types of relationship, is you kind of should know what you are looking for from the get-go. And something that I don't think is really looked into, and again, I don't know how different people uh embrace or get into or engage into in a dating or relationship, but within the first, say, week of dating a person, you kind of should have an idea of exactly what you're looking for. If that person is just looking for, getting it in every once in a while, as they call them, friends with benefits or whatever you want to call it, you could understand, you already know where that's going. If you talking to a person and they're talking about their future and they're talking about, potential jobs and whatever the case might be, you know where it's going with that. You if it all depends. I wanted her to be my girlfriend and best friend, but she saw me just as less than that. So there is where it's very interesting because, again, if you, again, like I was saying before, if you are actually trying to go into it where with a person that is not really giving you, I would say, the hints of you, or not giving the hints that they are looking for, that I feel unfortunate to say it, Troy, but he kind of could have got the idea that, and there's nothing wrong with pursuing. Sometimes I won't say the unattainable, but if they were forthright and honest enough to actually tell you that, hopefully you're not going 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the line, but tell you, say, immediately or within the very close section that they're not looking for that. Unfortunately, there's not more you could do than just try to say, I understand. If you want to be friends, hopefully we could, they could, within those times of being friends, you could kind of, if potential anything could come out of it, you could use that as a way of getting further. The hints were there. She took forever to respond on texts, and we kissed and went out. Okay, so you guys did engage in some kind of something. You guys did have a little bit of something. So I I'm not trying to get too deep into your thing. Did you guys, go any further than just the kissing? Again, if you don't want to go any further than that, that's fine. I'm not going to try to get into much of your business, but like, depending on how far they are, what they're giving. Some people, like, was this girl coming off of like a previous relationship? What exactly, was the situation that kind of say ended it? Did she say that I'm not looking for that right now? Did I come out? Oh, so no further than kissing. Okay, so it's just something cute. I'll just say something cute. I'm not gonna. Like I said, I'm not trying to down you, not trying to down anything that you're experiencing, but it was just something that was just something to experience. So maybe for her, she was just trying to see how things could have been with, and it's funny that you say it was just kissing, because for some people, even if they've kind of wrote about it and talked about it in certain movies, and it's funny that I'm bringing up movies, that some people, you can know where you are going with just a kiss, because, again, some people, like, will kiss somebody and it's like only 2 months long too. Okay, so it's only 2 months. Well, so, again, it's I can't say it, because, again, for some people, you have that first kiss and it's like, they, like I said in the movie, they compared it to like kissing their brother or sister, you know and for some people, it was that first kiss. It was like fireworks and rainbows and cherries. So, depending on how it is, and then for some people, the first night, they're, you know, if you know where I'm going with it. So, again, it all depends on all these different type of factors, and I feel sorry that I hope that that hasn't stopped you from wanting to pursue any other female. And like I said, hopefully you've learned, and if you haven't, hopefully you will learn things that you did, maybe you think, maybe or maybe not, wrong with trying to pursue this girl, and it will try to do differently, again, going on, because, again, that is part of dating, is knowing what you did wrong, seeing what couldn't work, and trying to do differently to go in the future. if you're reciprocating, you just need to walk away from it. Not worth your time. Well, that's exactly what Jennifer is saying. If the person is not really giving you the time of day that you're not, I won't say equal, because again, some things are just not always equal. If they're not giving at least some, I'll say 25%, 30% of their effort, then it's kind of definitely a waste of time to pursue more than what that person's giving you. If you're giving your 100 and they're giving you 30, that's not worth it. If you're giving 100 and they're giving 50, still I wouldn't say it's worth it, but maybe they're just not there yet. But again, if 50, if you're not at least getting something, 50% of what you're putting in, if you are jumping through hoops, doing backflips, doing yeah, spin cycle circles, and et cetera, and all this person is doing is tapping their feet. Let's just say that you're dancing or whatever the case might be, and all they're doing is tapping their feet, and you're doing all these different kind of circus tricks. Then yeah, you need to go the other way. You need to get out of there because again, that person is definitely not worth your time and not the risk of again breaking your heart. And again, we do know what's going on out there, mental health and mental and emotional health is at a very low pace. So again, we don't need that to corrupt our mind, corrupt our space, and corrupt our everything. Again, you try to keep, health is wealth, and you try to keep yourself healthy. And again, nothing destroys your health more than stress. So don't stress over a person that's not even worth your stress. I hope that you do meet, the next Mrs. Troy and make something beautiful happen because again nothing is better than right now and like I said I understand that things are the way they are unfortunately in the world but I really hope that we all could find our person as some say find our person and actually enjoy the fruits of their relationship labor whether it be by child or etc. etc. I try to keep a few notes on what exactly talking points I want to go on. But again, like I said, we're about half an hour in. I hope that if you guys are watching this afterwards, that you kind of enjoyed my little spiel there. I didn't want to rant too much, but I that this is pretty much my opinion on dating and relationships. Again, if you want to throw some more into it, I'd love for you to let me know in the comment section, or if you're here right now, throw it in the chat. I'm willing to talk about pretty much anything as long as it's not hurting nobody and we're not insulting anybody or etc. etc. The chat is wide open. And again, if you guys are actually liking this, let me know in the chat or let me know in the comment section, and maybe I'll consider doing another live stream on the same topic. But again, I'm trying to make sure that my live streams are a little bit different every week. Again, check out the community tab of my channel, and it will usually have within the next 2 or 3 days, hopefully, another poll on what you want the next week's topic to be on. So again, I hope that you guys are enjoying this live stream so far. Like I said, right now I have a couple people in here right now with me, and we are having a decent, I'll say decent conversation on dating and relationships. I would love to know what you guys think. Again, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the chat if you are here. Hopefully, you're having a good time. Your Wednesday is going good, and it is what it is. So, you know, let's keep this ball rolling. Like I said, we are about 34 minutes in. I'll stay in for another 5 minutes in case, just in case any latecomers want to come in and say their piece. And if nobody else comes in, we'll cut it off at 40 minutes. Right now, we are at 34 minutes, 35 seconds. So, like I said, I hope that you guys are having a good time. I myself, I'm always having a good time. Right now, we are going through the transition. Excuse my tongue there of going from say fall into just smoothing in or going into winter where you're going into a jacket, everything's cold and just not used to it yet. I'm trying to get over that cold hump. Like if you do or do not know, I live here in Toronto, Canada, where being Canadian, you gotta get used to and know that things are gonna get cold sometimes. But that being said, I enjoy and love where I'm at, and I would not give it up for a world. I'll also, again, if you're checking this out through the comment section or afterwards, let me know where you're at and how things are going wherever you're located. And again, hopefully, especially in these cold times, uh, like Jennifer is saying here, cold weather does bring people in together, and gives them a chance to hug it out and cuddle. Because again, cold does nothing but make you feel cold. And what makes you feel more warmer than a cuddle with your greatest partner and the person you're dating, in a relationship with, or married to? So, like I said, hopefully that you are doing whatever. See, I you have it good there in California, Troy, where you don't even got to worry about cold weather. I don't even know how often you guys get snow there, but being here where I am, things are cold quite often, unless you're in the summer times of, say, the span of, say, mid June to late August. That is where it's beautiful and nice here in Toronto. Other than that, you're going between the snow, rain, hail. I think even one time we had a few times in the last, say, 5 to 10 years, we've had a couple ice storms where, again, I'm not gonna say about global warming. That's a whole new issue and topic, but we could tell that things are not going the way they normally do, especially here in Canada, because again, we have some days where, or even say, for example, last year we had our winter, and I could count maybe on two hands, yes, two hands, how many times we had, say, a sheet of snow left on the ground for more than a day or two. It was just, whether you had a snowstorm, the next day would be the hottest day in the world and melt that in seconds. So yeah, that's very true. No, there is no snow in California. California is is alive. Besides going to, say, places like Florida or anywhere in the tropics, California is not getting no damn snow. And it would be nice to go anywhere that has no snow. But unfortunately, I do know that some places that don't have snow have other things. And for example, California, I do know, has, especially Los Angeles, lives on a fault line where you get earthquakes quite often. And me, myself, if the ground is shaking, it's just not for me. I just don't. I can't deal with the ground shaking. I also can't deal with any other natural disaster type things. No ground shaking for me. I don't. Not about that life. I'll take snow over ground shaking any day. I don't know where exactly. See, there you go, Troy. So get all right. So we're talking from a LA born guy right now. How often do you experience, I won't even say earthquakes, let's just say tremors, because it's not always naturally earthquakes. How many tremors do you experience on a regular basis? Speaking from a LA boy myself, for yourself. Because like I said, I'll take snow over trembling ground any day. Like, especially me living in, I personally live in, see, every few months. No, 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 no. I couldn't do it, brother. I give you credit. And I hope that you've never experienced any damage or anything to your houses, but just, I just, like I said, I live in a building, and I can't imagine the floor. Like, I'm not trying to bring up 9/11. We already know what happened in 9/11, but imagine you being at the top floor and the ground is shaking. It's you pretty much cut it's over. Because like I said, anything happens and you're at the top of any type of building, and right now, for the building that I live in, I'm on the top floor. If anything's happening, that thing's going down, it's over. You know what I mean? And, yeah, that's a funny thing you mentioned that, because I've heard a lot of people joke about that. I really do hope it's just a joke, because I don't want to see Troy disappear. But I've heard jokes that LA is gonna fall into the ocean at some point, and I really hope that's not gonna happen. Because again, LA is still a tourist attraction spot, and I personally would love, on my bucket list, to head up into LA and check out that Gold's Gym, as people famously know about Gold's Gym. But that's me personally. See, like Jennifer saying, she would have a full blast padding, because the ground is just not supposed to move. The ground stays still, motherfucker. Like, don't move. like I just started personally watching a show called I think La Brea or La Brea, where just the first episode of that show, the ground opens up and people start falling all into this ground. That alone, watching that show makes me fear any kind of earthquake or any kind of landslide or any of that kind of stuff where ground moves. No, the only thing that I want to know that moves is basically the water. You know, I already know that water you could sink. You know, I already know this. The rest of the world, whether you're up at high or down low, I don't want it moving. You know, it needs to stay still. Oh, I see it now. I need to go up see this. Iron 4. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down and check that out. So yeah, you've been there and it was really fun. Like I could imagine a lot of people was inside that Gold's Gym just taking a whole bunch of pictures and videos and et cetera, et cetera. I know that some commercial gyms, especially uh, the commercial gyms that I know don't really allow the too many pictures again for the pro privacy, yada yada yada. But you know, I do know that that gym in particular loves people really big enough, and that's why that Gold's Gym is very well known, is because of so many people, whether it be YouTubers or just famous bodybuilders, who are really bigging up that particular gym. So you know, it would be great great to go and visit. Yes, Venice Beach. I would love to visit Muscle Beach and just check out just everything that that has. Like that again, bucket list. That is true bucket list thing right there. I would definitely love to experience that. Hopefully not when I'm an old man and sometime while I'm still younger in my life. But yeah, that is definitely part of my bucket list in life. It's definitely somewhere I would love to check out. I don't know what other big things. I just heard that you guys just changed the Staples Center to the crypto.com arena or something like that. I don't know why. I don't know. Like I know of Staples, the company. I don't know if they sold the company or whatever happened to that, but it Staples Center, just like here in Canada, we had our stadium here in Toronto called the Air Canada Center, and now it's called Scotiabank Arena and stuff like that. Like if we spent years, and I mean years, calling something something, and usually like you should kind of just accept that it's being called that and. That's it is what it is. Like don't change the names of these arenas. It's just silly. Yes, it's very unfortunate that Kobe's gone, and looking at how the Lakers and the Clippers are playing right now, who knows where exactly everything is going to be going for now. Well, you know what? Poor LeBron is getting older and older. I don't know if LeBron has many more years. And especially right now, as he's getting older, he's become more injury prone. So it's unfortunate that you know for that because again, that is just naturally just comes with age. I think he's around 36, 37. I think he's around the same age as myself. So, you know, I don't consider myself a young buck. I know that certain things, if I do it, I'm not coming back up. If I get down, certain try to do anything that a young person really does. So you know, being the age that he is, he's coming to his last few years, and hopefully he does accomplish maybe say one more title or something, and gets gets to get somewhere. Well, see, there you go. Yeah, that I predicted it was somewhere around 36, 37. Yeah, as you as a 23-year-old bro, you got all the time in the world. Whether it comes back into the dating game, you're man. I would love to be 23 again. Unfortunately, uh, we have no time machines. We got nothing like that. So I'm just gonna keep enjoying. It was funny that you even mentioned that you're 23 because I believe even Snoop Dogg. Uh, just turned 50. Now, Snoop Dogg, besides a few grays, so you wouldn't even be able to tell that Snoop Dogg is 50 years old. And like I said, I hope to age gracefully as some of these cats out there, because some of these men and women, like look at what's her name? I forgot what her name is. The Golden Girls chick. Forgot what her name is. It's on the tip of my tongue, but she is like old as shit. She is like 95, and she looks the same way she looked in her 50s. Who knows how you could how you could change and be Betty White. Thank you, Betty White. She's old as shit, and she still looks the same age. Like she is, I don't know what kind of fountain of youth or a fountain of slow down age that she's been drinking, but hopefully she can offer some of that shit to everybody else because, whatever she's on, we all need that. Because again, she is doing, there you go. She's 99 years old. She's doing well. I want to age like Betty White. Betty White's doing good, and I believe she's still active. She still is doing her acting thing. She's still drinking. At 99. I would not really truly be surprised if that chick lives to be the oldest damn chick in the world. All right, let's take for example, we got Betty White that looks the way she looks, and we got the Queen of England, Queen. What's her? Is it Victoria, Elizabeth? One of those two. You got the Queen that is 99. Bear in mind, she's 99 right now, and if I'm wrong, please quote with it. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, she's 99. She could barely walk. I believe she just missed Remembrance Day ceremonies. She's at the point where the hospital just can't let her go. She's basically stuck in the hospital. And then you got Betty White that is just doing her damn thing, having her drinks and enjoying her time. Both 99, both old as shit. But it's kind of, what is one doing? Who's 95? The Queen? There we go. You improve my point even. You're improving my point even more. So the Queen is 95. She's 95 years old. And you got Betty White, that's 99 years old. So she got 4 years. That's over, say, we got 365. That's over 1,000 years. 1,000 years. 1,000 days uh, of difference. And you can already tell that one is near her death and one is still striving to do more. If I continue powerlifting, bro, at 100, my back is toast, and I'll say that wholeheartedly. My back is toast. If I could, besides powerlifting, if I could continue to lift weights, I'll rebuttal that. If I continue to lift weights, eat healthy, and don't get twisted when I say healthy, because there's some people that think that eating vegan shit and all that kind of shit is healthy. It's healthy for whoever wants to consider it healthy. If I eat decent food, whether it be certain kinds of meat, certain cuts of meat, and I do mean certain cuts because again, it doesn't matter if it's red, white, purple, pink. Well, hopefully you don't eat pink meat or purple meat, but as long as it's good quality meat, because there is some dirty, nasty pieces. Like I said, beef is. I'm not doubting red meat. I'm not doubting beef at all. There is good pieces of meat of beef, and there is shit pieces of beef, and there's good pieces of or good quality pieces of chicken, which I consider breasts, and there's disgusting pieces of meat, which is like anything that's close to a bone, disgusting. Besides it, like again, people love T-bones, but T-bones I will not eat a T-bone for nothing. Like I'll eat a sirloin, or eat some of the other. There's certain parts that you just don't eat. See, there you go. See, now Troy knows what's going on. If there's certain things that people keep on saying is healthy, like people that say that let's just eat a salad. There is no way that you could bang out, and I'm talking like bang out some real good weight just eating the salad. Like I said, I'm a pro health kind of person. There are certain things you could do that will not get you what you want to get, and there are certain things could do that will get you healthy. And like I said, you having an equal balance of all these different things will get you to the promised land. And I will never say that I'll go fully vegan. There are some good things that are come out of being a vegan, and there's some things that I was like, hell's to the no. I would rather eat the shit out of some good old beef, some chicken, some even seafood. There's again, you have some pieces of fish that's disgusting and you should not eat, and there's some slabs and different pieces of fish and different fish animal that eat it, yummy, love it, enjoy it. And I couldn't tell you exactly which ones are good and which ones are bad because again, we don't have enough time for that. But be smart with what you eat. And again, if you're watching this is my 2 cents. Yes, I'll say 3 cents on what is good to eat and what's not good to eat. Well, that Jennifer is saying exactly what I'm saying. There is all good things that are good for you cost you out your ass. You're gonna have to chop off your arm and sell that shit to be able to afford the things that are good for you, but they are good for you for a reason. And unfortunately, these are the reasons why the common man will not survive and the rich people, let's mention Betty White, will survive as long as they will could sustain their wealth and their ability to eat good food. You eat healthy, you live healthy. You treat your body right, your body will sustain and last long. With the things that we eat is exactly well, the things that we eat while we're young is exactly what's going to carry on with us for whatever amount of time, and hopefully we try to concentrate on that. Well, see, there you go, Troy. And like I said, I don't know your financial situation. I'm not the richest person, so like I said, but if we are destined to buy what we could afford. But even within our the amount of money that we have, we try to buy at least something that could get us to the promised land, whether it be something that is quite expensive or if it's something that's the cheapest in the world. I remember even myself when I first moved out on my own. The only thing I ate for meat and protein was pretty much just and my girlfriend could attest for this, and she doesn't know exactly back in when I first moved out on my own, but all I had was just pretty much tuna. And what I used with tuna is I made myself something called a schlop. I think I made a video on that. It's somewhere in my thing, but it's pretty much just tuna and a bunch of coleslaw mixed together, and that was what I lived on. That was basically what living on my own was like, because again, that's all I could afford. You only eat what you could afford, and like I said, if you're eating even 75% beef, like I don't know if you've seen in Walmart for especially when it comes to ground beef, they have that ground beef that's like mixed with pork and ground beef, where it's not exactly, it's like a 50-50 or 75-25, whatever the case might be. There, this just shows and trust and believe is actually cheaper than the rest of them. So you got, I think they have the one where you have the lean, which is like 100, like 95 to 100% no fat, no saturated fat, no. It's the leanest of ground beef you could get. Then you have, I think it's like the 50-50, and then maybe like just three of them. So there's like a 50-50, and I think there maybe there's like a quarter. And then you got that same one where it's like 50% beef and 50% fucking pork. And when you got stuff like that, it's you know exactly what you get. Eating all right, eating that pork and beef one is like buying a hot dog. I don't know why people love hot dogs as much as they do, but you get that generic cheap hot dog, it's gross. Well, I'll say it's gross, and it doesn't matter if you're buying a chicken one, a beef one, or whatever. The only things you're eating in these things, and I don't know if you notice, if you eat a hot dog, right, you'll notice that sometimes you will hit a hard part of the hot dog, and the reason for that is that the pieces of are the parts of the beef, the parts of the cow and the parts of the chicken that they are using for this stuff is actually all the parts that they don't want to use, whether it be the chicken breast, the thigh. That's all the stuff that they use. But all the other crap that they don't need, the ligaments, all that shit, they ground that into a friggin' paste or whatever and make you that hot dog. So again, if you're eating a hot dog, again, we already know that's the cheapest. We already know, and I'm not dogging anybody that's, if that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. That's granted. But best believe and know that what you are eating is garbage, and it's doing nothing but treating your system badly. Whether it comes out of the tail end, if you know where I'm talking about, but the tail end, or if it's coming out any other way, it's well, again, even in hot dogs, and I'll say this again for you, Jennifer, hot dogs is just like anything else. You got a lot of hot dogs that are quality hot dogs, and you'll be paying, as we just discussed, a good 8, 9, 10, $11 worth of money to get that hot dog, because again, that hot dog has all the quality meat and quality thing. But again, we already know not everybody could afford the high quality hot dog. They'll go for the 50 cent, a dollar 50, $2 hot dog, which again, you have to know, you basically get what you pay for. So if you're getting cheap hot dog, you're getting cheap shit. If you're getting expensive hot dog, you're getting chicken breasts. quality chicken dog or sirloin steak quality hot dog. Like what's it there used to be a jingle, but I can't remember it right now. But there's a lot of good hot dogs and there's a lot of bad hot dogs, and you gotta know what you're paying for. If you just like say those street dogs, the ones you buy at the corner, like the streets, 9 times out of 10, now you might have your rare ones or twos that are they get the cheap nasty shit. 9 times out of 10, they are quality hot dogs, and that's why you're paying a premium price for those hot dogs. Again, don't quote me on all of them, but 9 times out of 10, you are getting a quality hot dog, and that's why you're paying, say, $4, $5, $6, $7 for one hot dog because of all the things that go into making a quality hot dog. Well, there you go. Exactly. Hopefully, you do get to become the cop and be able to afford, some good quality food. Because again, the first thing that we need, or the last thing we need, is to have cops not eating healthy and not be able to keep up with the bad guys, et cetera, et cetera. So hopefully, you do make it for the police force, and hopefully, you do get to eat healthier, so you don't have to rely on that 75% beef. Because again, we need you nice, big, and strong for our young gentleman at 23, good old 23, and being what I believe you were saying 6'2", 6'3", big, tall. We need you healthy and strong to be able to take out some of these criminals and bad guys. So again, I hope that you do and move out of mama's house because again, you know. We for some people for example me I left my home when I was like 18 years old, so I've had a crap load of time to experience things. But again, the last thing you want to do is leave the home not prepared. See, there you go, 6'3", 260. So you're a gentleman that has a lot of length and a lot of weight on you. So hopefully you could pull this off. And or like I said, I wish you luck on whenever you do go for your test or whatever the case might be that you need to do to to get into it. There you go. For example, Troy Jennifer said that she wants to go home. She misses living with her mama and wants to stop adulting. See, adulting is not fun. And like I said, being a man that's almost 40 years old, my damn self, I've had almost 2 decades, or yeah, 2 decades worth of adulting, and I'm fed up with it already. Like like I said, I live in an apartment. I wish I had the better job, best things happening for me, but unfortunately, life just doesn't treat you that way. And you know, I even being person that's lived my life, I wouldn't change it for the world, and I would rather eat healthier. But every once in a while, I like having nose diving into some cheap meat, nose diving into some candy, and high quality carbs. And again, you know, I would like to have the best physique in the world, but I don't consider my physique any worse than the other. So you know, there, you take that advice if you want. You take care of that. Oh, take care, Fleck. You take care, Troy. Hopefully, you enjoyed our little talk. I hope that you have a good time at work, and I appreciate you, you know, chilling with us and having a nice, decent conversation. We are coming up to our 1 hour time frame anyway. So I appreciate you, Troy. Like I said, if you're watching this on the aftermath, make sure you check out Troy channel. Constant, constant good sport about everything, and very good young gentleman that deserves his flowers, as they say. So I enjoy you being here, Troy, and I hope to see you again next week. For anybody else that is checking out this, again, make sure you donate in the description. It will have the link. Donate to Movember, and hopefully we raise the $50 that I'm trying to raise for prostate awareness. I hopefully you enjoyed if you did watch this far in this video. And like I said, I'll catch you in next week's What's Up Wednesday. So make sure you take care of yourself and each other.